Carvana needed to do was spend 2 minutes checking the VIN, and it would have been done. You know, it would have been really easy.
Now a second person has stepped forward to say the high-end car they bought from Carvana, unbeknownst to them, had previously been reported stolen.
And in both cases, the customers drove the cars for more than a year before the vehicles were confiscated by law enforcement. And in both cases, they knew they had better call Benkin. On our 8 on Your Side consumer investigator Shannon Benkin is joining us now.
Stacey, Keith, I'm happy to report that after calls from me, Carvana stepped forward to help this consumer. But this raises serious questions about how this happened in the first place. After 13 months of driving the 2021 Mustang GT Stephen Clothier bought from Carvana, it was a shock to witness police confiscate the car, telling him it was stolen. He took to TikTok.
Quite upset because I bought a stolen Mustang.
He tells me it's hard to process this.
It's total devastation. I put a lot of hard work into that car. You know, I have a side business. I detail cars and I do ceramic coating. So I spent a lot of time detailing that car, ceramic coating it, putting all those parts on. You know, obviously thinking it's mine, you know, you want to make it personal.
Stephen says this nightmare started when he received a call from police. He says a detective plugged the Mustang into a reader that showed the true VIN. It didn't match the VIN on the door or window of his car. Stephen is from South Carolina, but called me because he saw my recent report on another high-end car that a Carvana customer discovered was stolen.
Because I know on their website they have a 150-point inspection. But you would think that if they really did the 150-point inspection that they would have caught the stolen VIN, and I wouldn't be in this situation as I am in today, nor would anybody else.
Stephen told me he had difficulty getting a quick response from the dealer. But an hour after I called, Carvana called him and sent me this statement. Customer experience is our top priority, and we have taken steps to make things right for Mr. Clothier, including issuing a full refund and additional compensation for his time and trouble. Stephen tells me things are working out, but he really misses his Mustang.
It took me a while to find that car. I was kind of particular of what I wanted in it, and it was the only one that I found. And I'm like, oh, that's mine. It was meant to be, but obviously it was not meant to be because it was stolen.
Stephen tells me Carvana has agreed to reimburse his down payment, his car payments, and everything he has put into the car. He tells me he's happy with that, but he still thinks that the dealer needs to make changes to identify stolen cars before they sell them. Carvana tells me they are aggressively fighting this type of fraud, and they're working now to strengthen their approach.
Do you know any more about the VIN that was in the car? I mean, was it a fake number, do you think?
Well, that's very interesting. Everything boils down to that VIN. In the other case that I reported, the VIN was phony, but in this case, Stephen tells me police informed him that there is a real car in Texas that they went to check out, and that car has that VIN number. And that is one of the concerns about having a car that was stolen. If you're pulled over by law enforcement, there could be confusion. There could even be identity mix-ups. So this is serious.
You would think with all those checks they're talking about, one of the points would have been the VIN, right?
Exactly. Point number one.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And if you